It was just 2 weeks later when I heard the news. A friend told me Camila had left Mark. Again. This time, she took hundreds of thousands of dollars in jewelry, rare artifacts, and stacks of cash. And me? I didn't laugh. I didn't cry. I didn't even feel relief or satisfaction. I felt nothing. My heart was numb. I didn't check on him. Didn't ask for details. I simply didn't care. After the incident, my family became my sanctuary. I moved back in with my parents. They never once brought up what happened. Instead, they gave me gentle nods, quiet hugs, little reassurances that helped me heal, moment by moment. Therapy helped too. It felt good to finally say the things I had swallowed for years, to release the weight of betrayal and the ache of never feeling truly loved. I traveled alone, city to city, country to country. Tourist spots, art museums, quiet temples, busy markets. Each place washed over me like waves, cleansing me, inspiring me, reminding me that I was still here. And for the first time in a long time, I felt free. No more staying up late designing banners or marketing campaigns. No more managing his meetings or pushing investors his way. It was just me, my canvas, my future. I poured everything into my art, and it paid off. 3 years passed. My paintings were displayed around the world, in galleries, exhibitions, even museums. I gained recognition, fame. I even opened a small art school in one of the countries I had visited. Life was good. The past started to fade. Until one night, at an engagement party for an old classmate, I bumped into Des. I almost didn't recognize him. He looked broader now, more confident. There was something more grounded about him. Warm, approachable. I realized then, I had never really seen him. Not beyond Mark's shadow. He smiled, drink in hand, flashing that familiar grin. It was awkward at first, but then we just clicked. We talked about everything. Except Mark. Des had built a thriving real estate business. I was genuinely happy for him. We talked for hours. And when the night ended, I walked away smiling. It was a beautiful reminder that life moves on. That night, I headed home, to my little studio next door. I had a project to work on early the next morning. But as I inserted my keys, something felt wrong. The door was unlocked. My heart skipped. I knew I had locked it. I froze. The lights were off. The building's security system had been down for maintenance. Only a simple lock and key had stood guard. I backed away, hands shaking. Called 911. I pressed my ear against the door. Then, shuffling. Someone was still inside. I staggered back in fear. 911, what's your emergency? The operator answered calmly. But before I could respond, the door creaked open. And there he was. Mark. Disheveled. Sunken eyes. Pale. Thinner than I remembered. Relief washed over me, then confusion, then anger. Hello, ma'am? Can you hear me? The operator asked again. Yes, I'm fine now. Thank you. I said quietly, still staring at him. I ended the call and pushed past him into the studio. I tried to lock the door behind me, but he pushed back. Stronger. I gritted my teeth. Leave. My voice came out rough. He looked wounded. I scoffed. There was nothing left to pity. I didn't ask where he'd been. Didn't care what his excuse was. I just wanted to shower and sleep. Please, Kelly. Tears welled in his eyes. I sighed. Fine. Let him speak. So, I could finally close the chapter. He took a breath. Kelly, I was wrong. What I did was unforgivable. I shouldn't have left you. But you left me too, Kelly. I was going to marry you once Camila got better. But you never gave me the chance. I raised my hand to silence him. I couldn't bear it. Are you hearing yourself? My voice was shaking now. So, what if I had agreed to wait? We would have never gotten married. Not as long as she was still there. You left our wedding the moment she cried out for help. All it took was one sob, and you ran back to her. I could feel tears behind my eyes. But I wouldn't let them fall. I get it. She was your first love. She'll always be. Maybe I forced myself into a place I didn't belong. Maybe I was selfish. Fine. I'll own that. But don't stand here trying to justify what you did. You left me at the altar. I walked to the bedroom, came back with a sticky note and a pen, scribbled something down, and handed it to him. He looked confused. It's the address of the last place I saw Camila. In the US. It's been about a week. If you're lucky, you might catch her. Mark stared at the note, stunned. I had seen that look before. That guilt. That same helpless guilt. I chuckled bitterly, then pointed to the door. Please, don't come looking for me again. I turned away and started cleaning my desk, packing up brushes, palettes, and scraps of paper. Behind me, I heard the door click shut. He was gone. Again. And I hated myself for admitting it, but it still hurt. 20 years of love, loyalty, and sacrifice. And I was never worth more than a woman who abandoned him twice. That evening, I lay in bed, eyes open, heart hollow. No tears. No smile. Just silence. Then my phone buzzed. I sat up and glanced at the screen. Des. I smiled. And picked up. Subscribe for more content.